I'm going to shame some people in this video. Shame on you if you're not living a life to your fullest potential.
I feel a calling. I feel a responsibility, like you
Yes.
said, Kerry.
Yes.
I feel like there's a weight on my heart.
God never intended humans to eat all sorts of inflammatory foods and basically mild poisons, because people are getting shamed when they talk about carnivore, and they're told they're crazy and they're told their arteries are going to get clogged. We need to get this message out to as many people as we can.
I'm just saying, eat this real food and stop eating this fake food.
Mm.
That's
Yep.
literally the message in its entirety.
All right. Okay. Carrie here from Homestead How, and I just hit, well, let me look here real quick. 1 second. 100, here we go. Can we see that? 160 days doing the carnivore diet. For 160 days, I ate only meat and meat products, beef, butter, bacon, eggs, a lot of steaks, probably well over 100 steaks, probably 130 steaks. I eat a lot of steaks. And I'm hesitant to do this video a little bit, but I'm going to do it. I have this thing in me, in my brain, in my soul, in my body, in my heart, where I can't let things go if they're not fair. I hate bullies. Oh, I hate bullies my whole life. I got to give credit where credit's due. It's just something built into me. I don't know. It's a karma thing or something. I don't like it when things are unfair. And so I'm going to shame some people in this video. People are going to be mad. They're going to be like, you got to be nice. You can't do that. But I don't care anymore. Shame on you. Shame on you. Here's what I'm getting at. I've been doing carnivore for 160 days. I've lost 100 pounds since my heaviest. I've gotten rid of so many issues. I have nothing wrong with me. Nothing. I feel amazing. I feel absolutely amazing. I got rid of IBS. I got rid of arthritis in my foot, elbows, back. I have no pain. I have zero anxiety. I overcame clinical depression. I was on every SSRI for years and years. My brain, my mood, my body, my health, my fitness, perfect. I've transformed my whole life this way. Yet, I still get shamed. And I don't really care. So don't feel sorry for me like, oh, he's a victim, but I got to even things out. I can't let it pass. I've still gotten shamed by a lot of people, friends and family. We had a lot of parties and get-togethers and things, and people are like, "Oh, look at him. He lost so much weight. That's great, but he's stupid. He's gonna." Well, they're not saying this, but they're kind of thinking it. You're gonna die of a heart attack, dude. What are you doing? Eating only meat? You're insane. You're gonna clog your arteries. You're gonna die of a heart attack. It's great you lost that weight. That's just a short-term thing. Long-term, you're probably going to die. People have said stuff like that to me, and they mean well, but I don't like it. I feel weird about it, and as a carnivore and a fellow carnivore and a friend of many, many carnivores out there, you guys probably don't feel good about it either. And one thing that's annoying me right now is I am finding so many more carnivores. That part's not annoying me. The part that they're hidden is annoying me. And why are they hidden? Why do they feel the shame like they can't talk about who they really are? Why have I felt it before? I don't anymore. I don't care. I will talk to anybody. Shame me all you want. If you're worried about me getting a heart attack or clogging my arteries or cholesterol or fiber or this or that, I will gladly educate you on this. I, without a doubt, know this is the proper human diet. This is the way humans have eaten since the start of time. Humans, my friends, are the only species. Do you know how many species there are, by the way? A lot of people don't know this. I Googled it earlier. Scientists don't even know. There's so many species out there, millions and millions of species on Earth. Humans, my friends, are the only species that don't eat their natural, species-intended diet. What do I mean by that? Well, I just interviewed my friend and neighbor. He's a beef farmer, and he says, my cows are on grass. It's healthier that way. And I said to him, why is it healthier that way? And he said to me,
because they're in the natural element of their life, of the way God designed them to be, and they're eating grass, they're consuming a diet that they're always been designed for.
Sure, you could feed a cow grains its entire life, but that's not what it's intended to eat.
I'm just saying, eat this real food and stop eating this fake food. That's literally the message in its entirety.
You could also feed a cow what all of the people who shame me eat, a bunch of garbage, processed foods and seed oils, and oh, it's okay if I have sugar, I'm just going to do it in moderation. Meanwhile, they're eating that sugar, it's causing inflammation, it's damaging their blood vessels, and they just keep doing it and say, oh, it's okay if I do it in moderation. Well, I'll tell you what, if you fed all that food that you eat to a cow, the cow would get sick like humans do, and the cow would get anxiety, and the cow would get depression, and the cow would have trouble sleeping at night, and it would have IBS, it would have stomach issues, and it would look like garbage. It'd be barely walking around, all arthritic, just like you see all the humans doing. So I'm going to turn this around a little bit here, and if you're not eating a proper human diet, whether that's carnivore or keto or eliminating all of the processed garbage, shame on you. Shame on you. I have no shame. I'm proud of the way I eat. I don't think there's a more compassionate way of eating than the one I do. I see the cows that I eat. I just went and visited with them, in fact. They have a long and happy life grazing in fields, and they have a humane death, and I get hundreds of meals off of it. Everyone else that doesn't eat that way, what do? They eat a multitude of different foods that are shipped in from all over the country. Animals die, ecosystems die. Even if you're a vegan and you're only a vegan, millions of birds died last year from pesticide poisoning. So much damage is done to grow all of those multitude of different vegetables and vegan products for people out there. Shame on you if you're not living a life to your fullest potential. That's what I've realized recently. I used to feel shame on carnivore, like not shame, but I didn't want to talk about it because I got to sit here and defend myself. I'm happy to do it with anybody, anytime. We have new shirts we made up called I Eat Only Meat, Ask Me Why. I love to talk to anybody about it, but I'm upset because it's kind of this bully mentality. I met people at the movie theater that had been coming in here for a long time. Never knew they were a carnivore. I'm meeting more and more people at the movie theater. They come in and they're undercover carnivores. They're carnivores in the closet. They just don't talk about it because it's not worth it to them to be shamed. Well, shame on you if you're not eating the proper human diet and you don't know what it's like to live like I do, to my full potential. You are probably living in brain fog and you've got anxiety and you've got stomach issues and you're shaming me because subconsciously you know you're doing something wrong. Shame on you if you're going to live your whole life and you're too weak and you're too fearful to step up and get rid of that crap. What do some of these people say when I say, oh, I couldn't give up my sugar. Oh, I couldn't give up my Diet Coke. Oh, I couldn't give up my fruit. Fruit, by the way, you think you're so noble for eating your fruit. Fruit has literally been engineered so many times, it's candy. Fruit is candy. You look at an orange now compared to an orange 100 years ago, and you are literally eating a piece of candy that spikes your blood sugar. Oh, I couldn't give this up, I couldn't give that away. Shame on you if you can't eat the proper human diet that your body's intended to eat and feel the way I feel. Men are walking around with man boobs. Oh, you're shaming people? No, I had the man boobs. Look. See? No more man boobs. They're turning into man muscles. Men should not have boobs. Go back to the animals in the wild. What if you saw a wild deer with some big man boobs hanging down? You'd say, what the heck is wrong with that animal? It's sick. Something's wrong with it. We see it in humans all the time, and it's normal. Well, I'm going to shame my former self. Shame on you, Carrie, when you were 262 pounds with man boobs and brain fog and depression and anxiety, and you didn't know what it was like to actually live. And by the way, shame on you, Carrie, while your whole life was going whoosh, seconds. In seconds, it seems like those years passed. My girls are all grown up. Shame on me for not being a proper father for my girls. They're 16, the triplets are. Lily's out of high school now. It went by like that. Now, I know time goes by fast for a lot of people, but I'll tell you what, these last 160 days, not so much. Do you know why? Because I've been living in the moment. When you're in that brain fog, you're just in this haze and you can't see things clearly and time goes by so quickly and you're not present and you're not living in the moment. Eating the proper human diet, I am a natural human the way God intended humans to be. God never intended humans to eat all sorts of inflammatory foods and basically mild poisons. Mild poisons. Sugar is an addictive drug. It causes inflammation in your brain. It causes brain fog. It causes all sorts of stomach issues. Seed oils are possibly worse. People are eating all of this stuff, and that's not the natural human diet, and you're not living in a natural human state. And what's really a shame is what's happening to our children. This next generation of children are never going to know what it's like to be a normal human, addicted to sugar from as young as they can remember. And then they grow up and then they're teenagers and they've got ADHD and they've got depression and they got to go on antidepressant medicines and all of this stuff. Day 150, I felt even better. I have a permanent smile on my face. Before this, I had permanent tension in my jaw and I was gritting my teeth and I'd grind my teeth at night. Is that normal? I had sleep apnea before this. I'd wake up hundreds of times throughout the night. Is that normal? No. You people who are not living a proper human, natural life with a proper human diet without all that inflammation and brain fog and anxiety and stomach issues, shame on you. You are missing out. And if you can't wrap your brain around, oh, how can you eat only meat for 30 days? It's what humans did from the start of time. It's irrefutable. Look it up and do your own research. What do you think humans used to do, just say 1,000 years ago right here in Wisconsin? Where, by the way, it's winter for a good part of the year. You think they were eating fruits and vegetables in the wintertime? They would hunt. They would kill a big animal. They'd eat a bunch of meat. They might fast for 4 or 5 days, and then they eat another big bunch of meat. And then maybe in the summertime, maybe for like 2 or 3 weeks, they'd find some wild berries, and they would eat those. They ate almost entirely meat. It's no big mystery that I and so many other carnivores out there, thousands of them, many in the closet because they're being shamed by people, are thriving on carnivore. It's a natural, species-intended diet. Just like a cow eats grass and a koala bear eats eucalyptus, every species has their own intended diet, and humans, and sadly our pets, are the only animals that eat out of their species' intended diets, and humans, and sadly their pets, are the only ones dying younger, suffering, and having all these issues and ailments, and it's getting worse and worse. You walk around, you look at the grocery store right now, and everybody has something wrong with them. And it's just slowly happened, and it's normal to you guys, because you're still in the brain fog. I've pulled myself out of the matrix. I have no brain fog. I can see clearly than anybody watching this. It's insane what's going on out there right now. And if you're going to go your whole life and you're going to be too big of a coward to try to eat the proper human diet your species was intended to eat, you're wasting your life away. And shame on you when there's people out there dying of cancer. Or today could be their last day. And you're squandering your life not knowing what it's like to actually live. Shame on you. I get fired up. But so people that can't wrap their brain around the meat thing either, I'm not telling you eat only meat. Do this. Just do this. Try a simple elimination diet. Stop with the sugar. Stop with the diet sugar-free soda that you can't pronounce the ingredient. If you're looking at the thing and there's an ingredient on there and you don't know what it is, you think it's smart to put that in your body? It's insane. It's absolute insanity. Do an elimination diet. Just say, I'm going to try for 1 week and I'm going to eliminate all of these crazy ingredients that humans were never intended to eat, and I'm going to see how I feel. For me, that meant eating meat only. Some other people are able to do it and get rid of most of that stuff. Normally I do a lot nicer videos, but I got to even things out. I don't like it when things are unfair, and it's very unfair that these carnivores out here, I believe we're going to change the world. We're going to change the world. Millions of people need to know about this. There are hopeless people out there that are suicidally depressed like I was, that need to hear this message, and it's being suppressed because people are being shamed about how they're eating. And what are they doing that's so weird? They're literally eating the food their species was intended to eat, and that their species has eaten since the start of time. It's only this little sliver of time, the last 100 years or so, that people started eating all this processed garbage. And during this little sliver of time, Heart disease is the #1 killer. Depression, anxiety through the roof. Type 2 diabetes, everyone has it. You look at the grocery store and everyone's fat. But I'm the crazy one. This whole time when people eat meat, we didn't have all of those issues. And now all of those issues are through the roof. Through the roof. You should be doing your research, and you should be learning more about this and educating yourself. And you shouldn't be shaming other people. We need to get this message out to people because so many people are suffering. And even if they weren't suffering, the fact that they're living a suboptimal life, they're not living a life as a human. They're in a brain fog and they're just barely getting by. I'm going to change that. That's why we're doing the Carnivore Diet documentary. And again, I'm not making a penny off of this thing. I'm donating. I've spent thousands of dollars of my own money on it already. People have generously donated to it. I flew out and filmed Bill, 700 pounds in Alaska.
The thought of being able to go outside again is, when you're a prisoner for so long.
I helped him get a YouTube channel set up. There's going to be some challenges. Just the one thing I would encourage you to really think about is that day you open the door and walk out, because that's just such a powerful thing to think about. I get choked up thinking about it for you. So that's going to be something. I'm so excited for that day for you.
I think about it and I cry. So I'm kind of a crier just a little bit.
You, Bill, you and I, we have big hearts. We have empathy and big hearts, and we show that emotion. And it's like you said, it's the truth. It's the truth. We need more of that in the world. I sent all of my subscribers and all of my people over to his YouTube channel. 4 years. 4 years that man has been locked in his own home, prisoner to his food. But the story is going to have a beautiful and happy ending. And I want to be there when it happens. When for the first time in 4 years, Bill opens his front door and walks out into that beautiful Alaskan wilderness, and he's going to have an entire new life ahead of him. Yeah, boy, is that going to be something. Boy, is that going to inspire a lot of people, and boy, am I going to be so happy for Bill when he does that. He's gotten 10,000 subscribers in just a couple days. Come on, Bill. Bill, you can do this. Do it, Bill. Do it. You got this. He hasn't left his house in 4 years. That man's a carnivore now. He just surpassed his 30 days. I'm so proud of him. I'm so happy for him. And he's thriving. And he may have never heard of this message from other people because people weren't talking about it. Because people are getting shamed when they talk about carnivore, and they're told they're crazy, and they're told their arteries are going to get clogged. We need to get this message out to as many people as we can. So if you want to learn more about the Carnivore Diet documentary, www.carnivoredietmovie.com. We have a GoFundMe set up. We need to raise more funds so we can finish filming it and filming it properly. The goal is to get it on one of these big streaming services. And the purpose of the documentary is to follow real people over the course of a year, people that have depression, anxiety, people that are obese, people that are trying to overcome type 2 diabetes, and share the truth, the unbiased truth, which you can't get in this world very many places anymore. If people start the carnivore diet and they fail, we're going to show the truth. We want to show real examples of people over the course of 1 year. And here's a bunch of examples of people that tried a carnivore diet, and here's what's happened to them. Here's their outcomes across a multitude of different health issues, very serious health issues. And now you do what you want with that information. Hopefully a lot of people will decide they want to research some more. And hopefully if they take nothing else away from it, they will understand that the majority of the problems that people have on this earth, humans have on this earth, is so simple. It's nutrition. It's just the food we're eating.